Hi, welcome to this lesson on ASVAB math, and we're specifically talking about simplifying fractions in this lesson. So let's begin. So let's simply go over the objectives here. So the first one is that you're going to find a number that divides evenly into the numerator and the denominator at the same time. And then you're going to keep simplifying until a common factor of 1 has been reached in the numerator and denominator, meaning that the fraction cannot be reduced or simplified any further. So let's go over some examples. So we have 3 over 27. So our goal is to find the greatest common factor for both 3 and 27. And so right away, you know that 3 are made up of the factors of 1 and 3 because 1 times 3 equals 3. But what about 27? Well, the factors for 27 are 3 and 9 because 3 times 9 is 27. So hopefully you heard that the greatest common factor is 3 because I said 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 9 is 27, meaning that we're going to divide by the greatest common factor of 3 in the numerator and in the denominator. So when you do that, you have 3 divided by 3, which is 1. And then 27 divided by 3 is 9. 1/9 is your simplified fraction here. Notice the value does not change. And when I say the value doesn't change, it simply means that when you multiply 1 by 3, you get 3. 9 by 3, you get 27. So you get the original fraction, right? 1/9 is just smaller. So what about 22 over 56? Both even numbers. We can divide by the smallest even number of 2. So let's do that. So 22 divided by 2 in the numerator, 56 divided by 2 in the denominator. So 22 divided by 2 is 11 because 11 times 2 is 22. So you may not be able to easily see what 56 divided by 2 is equal to, so we can perform long division here. So we have 56 divided by 2. 2 goes into 5 without going over twice. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract 4 from 5. That gives you 1. 2 does not go into 1, so we can bring down the 6 here. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract 16, and we have a remainder of 0. So the answer here is 28. Notice the common factor for both 11 and 28 is 1 because 11 times 1 is 11. 28 times 1 is 28. So therefore, this cannot be simplified any further. Let's go over a few more examples. So take a look at 15 over 20. So we have an odd number, we also have an even number. However, we need to find factors of 15 and factors of 20, so that way we can find the greatest common factor for both numbers that we can divide evenly into both numbers. So if you take a look, the factors of 15 are 3 and 5 because 3 times 5 is 15. And then for 20, the factors are 4 and 5 because 4 times 5 is 20. But I'm pretty sure you heard the common factor, which is 5. So we're going to divide by 5 in the numerator and in the denominator. Doing that leaves us with 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So the answer is 3/4. So 15/20 when simplified is equal to 3/4, and it can be proven. 3 times 5 is 15, 4 times 5 is 20, giving us back the original fraction. What about 4/18? Taking a look at 4/18, we can see that we can actually divide by 2. Both the numerator and the denominator are even. So let's go ahead and do that. Divide by 2. In the numerator and in the denominator. And so we have 18 divided by 2. And then let's go ahead and solve. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. And then 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. So here we have 2/9. Okay, and then let's go over to the next one, which is 40 over 84. Now, I will tell you this, some people are more adept at finding the greatest common factor than others. And I will show you that you can actually find the greatest common factor, or you can actually see that the greatest common factor is 4. Actually, I can see that it is 4, but I've been doing this for a very long time. But that's okay if you need to start off with the smallest even number, okay, for these numbers here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll let you know that you can actually simplify further from that 2. So 40 divided by 2, and then 84 divided by 2. Okay, so 40 divided by 2 is actually 20, because half of 40 is 20, over, and then you can just say 2 goes into 8 4 times, because 2 times 4 is 8. 2 goes into 4 twice, because 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so now, as you can see, we can't simplify this even further like I've stated. So we can divide by 2 again. And that gives us 20 divided by 2, which is equal to 10. And then 42 divided by 2 is equal to 21. And I got 21 because I said 2 goes into 4 twice, because 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 goes into 2 once, because 2 times 1 is 2. And the simplified form is 10 over 21. Now let me just show you if you were actually to divide this by 4, and I'm going to clear all of this out. You can actually solve this in one step by the greatest common factor of 4. So we're going to divide by 4 in the numerator and denominator. And so that leaves us with 40 divided by 4, which is equal to 10. And then 84 divided by 4 is equal to 21. I simply said 4 goes into 8 without going over twice, and 4 goes into 4 once, giving us 10 over 21. So that's it for this lesson. I hope it was helpful to you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.